Good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to the session. Today, we are going to know about common errors and sentence improvement in English. Errors are very common for second language learners. And why do we make errors? There are a few similar terms: slips, lapses, mistakes and errors. Slips are very common and they are skill related. Generally, we know slip of tongue. We wanted to utter something and we really utter something else. And generally, slips are quite accidental. We do them abruptly. Whereas lapses are due to failure of memory or even loss of memory. We wanted to use a particular word, but once we forget, what do? We use a totally different word. So, slips and lapses are quite common. And mistakes. Mistakes are due to lack of knowledge and improper rule application. And mistakes, they are done because of wrong judgment. And when we come to errors, errors are mistakes but very formal and technical. Why do we make errors? The common areas of errors are use of wrong words. This occurs in pronouns, determiners, prepositions, linkers, relativization and all. This really happens once the language practitioner imports the rules of L1 in L2 atmosphere, and once they go for true translation, mistakes do happen. And PNG agreement, it stands for person, number and gender agreement, and agreement between subject and verb and the use of tense. And true translation, we have already said. And what exactly happens? Because of true translation, learners believe, okay, whatever I am saying is correct. It leads to overgeneralization and even fossilization. Fossilization means error that remains forever and ever. And excess words. This happens when we use more than one linker in an utterance. And word order, this happens in questions generally, and tense agreement. The learners, they use the wrong tense in the wrong context. And sometimes avoidance as well as simplification. Avoidance, instead of making a complete sentence, they use a clipped or a short sentence. It is not acceptable in English. And simplification. And inducing means applying the same rule. I know some, for example, adding s at the end gives the plural form. It is correct in case of pen, pens, book, books, but not correct, incorrect in house and houses. And in case of sheep, you cannot say sheeps. So, this is an example for inducing errors. When we come to sentence correction, we can see some broad areas and the type of test items. One is a set of 4 sentences will be given in which we have to identify the correct sentence. And the other area is a sentence in which a particular part is underlined or highlighted, and we have to replace the underlined or highlighted part with the right one. These are very common in exam. Any competitive exam, you can see this model. And here we are attempting choosing the correct sentence. So, when we are working with the error correction, we have to see the broad areas. First, we have to check the word order. And then we have to see the agreement, whether there is agreement between subject and verb. And we have to see the sentence structure. And one other area is the use of determiners, I mean to say articles, distributive pronouns and all, and the prepositions and the use of phrasal verbs and the question tag. These are some broad areas. We have to look into the sentences very carefully. Let's have a glance at the first sentence. So, here a set of 4 sentences is given to us and we have to see which sentence is correct. They didn't give me a detailed information. They didn't give me some detailed information. They didn't give me few detailed information. They didn't give me any detailed information. If you see the first one, they didn't give me a detailed information. Here, you know, information is a non-count word. That means we don't have informations. In that case, we cannot say a information or one information. It is incorrect. And they didn't give me some detailed information. You can keep it aside for some time. And if you go to number 3, they didn't give me few detailed information. We know that few, a few and the few, these are used only for count one. You can say few books, a few books or the few books. But information is a non-count word. We cannot use few. We can eliminate 1 and 3. Now look at sentences 2 and 4. They didn't give me some detailed information and they didn't give me any detailed information. If you see, generally the word any is used in questions and negative sentences. So, if you see this, sentence 4 is the better one. So, the right answer is they didn't give me any detailed information. So, here when we are analyzing the set of sentences, we will have to apply the rules and we will have to see what are the possible errors and we have to see which sentence stands good in terms of language. Now, let us see the second set. She never ate and had good sleep after her son left her. She never ate or had good sleep after her son left her. She never ate either had good sleep after her son left her. She never ate neither had good sleep after her son left her. So, if you see these 4 sentences, we can skip 3 and 4. Now, see sentences 1 and 2. She never ate and had good sleep after her son left her. She never ate or had good sleep after her son left her. You can say the word never is marked for negativity and generally we use or. There is an option. So, the better sentence is the second one. They never ate or had good sleep after her son left her. Now, let us go to the set number 3. So, this is the right answer. In this set, you can see the sentences. Number 1, he asked for using my computer. He asked to using my computer. He asked if he could use my computer. He asked if he allows to use my computer. So, if you see the sentences, you can see number 4, he asked if he allows to use my computer. There is no tense agreement. Asked marked for past tense and the present verb is used, allows. So, we can eliminate 4. Now, you can see number 1, he asked for using my computer. He asked to using my computer. Generally, to is followed by a plain infinitive. So, to using is not generally used. So, to use it should be. Anyway, we will have to eliminate to also. Now, the first one, he asked for using my computer. He asked if he could use my computer. Between these 2 sentences, sentence number 3 is better. So, this is the correct one. Now, let us go to the next one. Suresh is not associated to any organization. Suresh is not associated for any organization. Suresh is not associated upon any organization. Suresh is not associated with any organization. So, in English, some words are fixed, some words always take some prepositions. If you say associate, it generally takes the preposition with. So, in this case, Suresh is not associated with any organization is the correct sentence. Next one, this test item focuses on the structure. No sooner had the boy saw the snake, then he ran away. No sooner had the boy seen the snake, than he ran away. No sooner has the boy seen the snake, then he ran away. No sooner have the boy saw the snake, then he ran away. The common structure is no sooner is followed by than, THAN, and we can see we use no sooner than when we refer to a set of actions that happen immediately in past. So, no sooner had the boy saw the snake. So, you can see here had, saw, there is no agreement. It should be had seen. So, you can clearly say that then and then you can eliminate 3 and 4. Now, if you see 1 and 2, no sooner had the boy saw, no sooner had the boy seen. So, here the second one is the better one, is the right one. It fulfills the rule using the structure no sooner and then. Let us move to the next one. Type 2, identifying errors in the sentences. So, in this section, a sentence is given and a particular part of the sentence needs to be corrected, and the sentence is marked 1, 2, 3 and 4. Sometimes sentence may be correct, so maybe no error, we will have to see. So, see the one, I enjoyed during my stay in Chennai. No error, the sentence is in 3 slots. I enjoyed, slot 1, during my stay in Chennai. You can see it is totally in past tense, the verb is there marked for past tense. I enjoyed during my stay in Chennai. So, let us see this. The problem with enjoy. Earlier we have discussed the word enjoy takes a reflexive pronoun. So, you can say I enjoyed myself, that will be the right one, in which the first part of the sentence needs correction. So, this is the area. Let us move to the next one. The essay should not exceed more than 500 words, and no error. The essay should not exceed, slot number 2, more than 500 words. So, we have to identify the problem. The essay should not exceed. So, what is the meaning of should not exceed more than? It is redundancy. You can say the essay should not exceed 500 words, or the essay should not be, or the essay should not be written in more than 500 words. So, anyway, there is the problem more than, it should be deleted. The essay should not exceed 500 words. So, the problem with more than. Let us move to the next one. He suggested me to see the doctor. So, he suggested me to see the doctor. The problem we know already, the word suggest. Suggest is not followed by 2 plus infinitive. So, it should be he suggested that I should see, or he suggested my seeing the doctor. So, anyway, in this sentence, this is the problem. We cannot say he suggested me to see is incorrect. So, slot number 2 has the error, and had I known of your arrival, I would meet you. This is the other way of conditional type 3, which is impossible. You can say if I had known of your arrival, I would have met you. The other way is, had I known of your arrival, I would have met you. So, here you can say, had I known of your arrival. If you say, had I known, there is nothing wrong with the word order. Of your arrival, I would meet you. The problem with I would meet, it should be I would have met you. So, problem with 3 here. And she speaks not only Telugu but English. Again we know the structure, not only takes but also, not but. So, here part number 3 has the problem. She speaks not only Telugu but also English. So, part number 3 has the problem. So far we have discussed. In the first section we have seen a set of 4 sentences given to us, in which we will have to identify the sentence which is correct in terms of grammar. And the second part we have seen the sentence which is segmented. We will have to identify which part needs to be corrected. And in type 3, sentence improvement, we are given a sentence in which a particular part is underlined, and we have to replace the underlined part with the right one, choosing from the options. Let us see them. I am waiting here for the train for a long time. So, the underlined part is am waiting. You know, it is marked for the present tense, and no past or future time reference given to us. So, it is marked for the present tense. In that case, you can eliminate had been waiting, was waiting, were waiting. And the other issue is, it has a structure for plus period of time. Generally, a longer continuous actions need present perfect progressive. So, the right answer will be, I have been waiting here for the train for a long time. Now, let us take the second one. She insisted who she was innocent. So, this has structural problem. The word insist is followed by on or that clause. So, you cannot say insisted who is incorrect. So, she insisted that she was innocent. You cannot say insisted what she was innocent or those and these. So, these you can eliminate. The other way you can say she insisted on her innocence, but the point is we will have to focus upon the underlined part. We cannot go beyond that, and no option is given in this manner. So, among the 4 options we will have to choose the first one. She insisted that she was innocent. And the show runs between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day. So, how to use the word between? Generally, when we refer to duration, we say the office works from 10 to 5, or the office works between 10 and 5, or the office works from 10 till 5. So, we know from, to or from, until, but when we use between, it takes and. So, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m., between 10 a.m. up to 12 p.m., between 10 a.m. for 12 p.m. and between 10 a.m. of 12 p.m. So, among the 4 options, the first one, the show runs between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. every day. It is the correct one. And he was vexed for his boss. Again the rule, the word vexed is followed by with. So, you can eliminate vexed to, vexed at and vexed on. So, the right option is he was vexed with. So, this is the correct option. And I don't agree to you. So, we use agree in 2 different contexts. You can agree to something and you agree with someone. You can say, I don't agree with you and I don't agree to your statement, or I don't agree to your opinion. So, in this context, I don't agree with you. So, the second one. So, agree with someone and agree to something. Let us see the next sentence. The two first pages of the book were damaged. So, the two first pages, it seems there is a problem with the word order. Can we say the first or the second pages or the two page? So, generally we do not say two page, you can eliminate and the page, if you take the page of the book, but here it is were. So, the page is singular and it will not agree with were. So, you can remove option 2 as well as option 4, we can eliminate. Now, we can see the first or second pages, the first two pages. So, here we have to make a choice. If you say the first or second pages of the book were damaged, there is again the first or second pages there is no agreement, it does not look good. So, the correct option will be the first two pages. That means, page number 1 and the first page and the second page of the book were damaged. So, here is the answer, the first two pages. And the principal along with the lecturers are coming here today. It is again the focus on the agreement. You can see the principal along with the lecturers. If I say the principal and the lecturers are coming here today, it is correct because the principal and the lecturers is marked for plurality, it has to agree with the plural. So, you can say the principal and the lecturers are coming here today is a good sentence, but we cannot go beyond the underlined part, you cannot change the principal along with the lecturers. You can see which is the main part here in this phrase, the principal is the main part. So, since the principal is singular, it should agree with the singular feature. And today again the tense marking. So, you cannot say was coming, we cannot say had been coming because 3 and 4 are marked for past tense, but here today is given in the sentence. So, there must be agreement of time. But the point is, shall we say the principal along with the lecturers are coming or is coming? So, the right answer is the principal along with the lecturers is coming. The head word is the principal. So, there must be agreement with the word principal and coming. So, here the problem with the number feature. The principal along with the lecturers is coming here today. Let us see the next one. Dear viewers, when we are working with sentence correction, we have seen the different types of test items in the examination. Generally, we are given a set of 4 sentences in which we have to identify the correct sentence. In the other one, the sentence is broken or separated and labeled 1, 2, 3, 4 or even A, B, C or D. Generally, the last one it is no error. If the sentence is grammatically correct, if the sentence stands good, we can choose no error. But when we are trying to identify the errors, first we will have to see the word order. So, generally what happens, the difference between the statement and the question. We all know in questions generally the verb comes to the initial position. So, we must have heard people saying, why you are late? Tell me why you are late. Tell me why you are late is a good sentence, but you cannot say why you are late. Why are you late? But we cannot say tell me why are you late, again a problem. Tell me why you are late, because why are you late is a question and tell me why you are late is correct. We call it embedded. It looks like a question, but it is not a question. So, tell me why you are late is good, or we can say why are you late. So, first we will have to check the word order and then we have to check the agreement, whether the subject agrees with the verb, singular, plural, tense, and even we have to see the use of pronouns, and PNG feature stands for person, number and gender features, and we have to check the tense. If somebody said I came today, there is no agreement of tense. You can say I have come today or I have come yesterday. So, in many cases what people say I had come today, but we overuse the past perfect. The past perfect is used along with the simple past. Past perfect refers to a pre-past action. There must be a later action. For example, when I reached the station, the train had already left. In this context, the train left, action number 1, and I reached the station, action number 2, in which the first action is the train had left. You can say the train had left before I reached the station, or when I reached the station, the train had already left. So, and check the use of specific words. What I mean to say, some words are followed by prepositions. You can say agree with or agree to, or angry at or angry with. You cannot say angry by, and abide by, congratulate, on, and the use of between and among. These are some examples. And we have to check for the excess words. For example, if someone says, we are discussing about the problem. The word discuss, it will not take about. We are discussing the problem is good one, but we cannot say discussing about. Okay. Another one, I came late. Why? Because I missed the bus. This is because of implying L1 rules. You can say, I came late because I missed the bus. You cannot say I came late. Why? Because. Why? Because is used in many contexts, which is incorrect. So, you cannot say why because. And sometimes, we use more than one linker. One example is, although he is rich, but he is not happy. We are using two linkers, although and but, incorrect. We can say, although he is rich, he is unhappy, or he is rich, but he is unhappy. So, when we are looking into the sentence improvement, we will have to see the word order, we will have to see the agreement and person, number and gender features, and we have to check the tense, and we have to check the use of specific words, and we have to check for the excess words. And one more important thing is, just we came across that overgeneralization. We know one rule. What happens, instead of saying play, played, ask, asked, and cutted, we cannot say cutted. Cutted is incorrect in English. We can say cut only. There is no word like cutted. And sometimes, in Telugu or in many Indian languages, you can drop subject part. Did you come yesterday? They say not came. Not came is incorrect in English. Did you say, repeat, you say, did you come yesterday? You can say yes I did or no I didn't. But you cannot say not say. Dear viewers, when you are working with sentence improvement, you please have to take all these points into consideration, and we have to identify the right sentences, and we have to go for improvement of sentences in examination. That's all for us today. Have a nice day.